tailgate experience. Go, man. Here now. He's loaded up. Turn all the way up. We're about to take the victory. Go. All right. Keep down. What do we got right here? Who in the house right here? All right. Hold on up. A happy birthday to this one. Y'all know what time it is. Monday Night Football don't beat no better than this. I'm trying to tell you. Let's get it. All right. Who we got right here? We got some Wonder Woman back there. All right. It's taking off. All right, what you guys do? What you guys do? That's a list. All right. It's a list. Like 30. All right. Yeah. Southeast Town. Let's get it. All right. Right here, y'all have Royal Lion. Tailgate one. Oh, man. It's on. Let's go. We told y'all we gonna be out at 6. And y'all know what's happening. All right.
Oh yeah. What's going on, man? What's up with everybody today? Y'all in the right place, man. The tailgate experience. What's up with you, MDJ? How you feeling?
Ain't that, man? You know me. I'm ready to break it down like always, brother.
Oh, yes, sir. If you haven't already, make sure y'all come on in, comment, like, subscribe. We talking top 10 NFL defenses today, man, and offenses. So we're gonna get into it as we do. Offense is always gonna be first. It's the number one thing that everybody come to see when it's time to get into it. So, MDJ, what you got for me today, cuz?
Hey, look, man, I got my top 10 offenses. I got the list, man. We gonna go by my list, but we gonna hit yours as well. But we gonna go by my list. I got the top 10 offenses for you, top 10 defenses, top 10 rosters, whatever you need.
Let's get it, man. You talk to me,
Yeah.
man. Let's go ahead and add that thing on down from 10, man. See what we got.
I don't know, man. Just to kick it off, hey, look, man, I got some honorable mentions, man. You know I gotta do some extra shit all the time. I got 3 teams that ain't even on the list that I think offensively gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying? So the first one I got Minnesota. Now they got a rookie quarterback, or they got Sam Darnold, whoever they decide to roll out there. But I got the Vikings, Colts, and Bears for my honorable mention. But number 10, just to kick the list off, I got the Green Bay Packers.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. They say you're a bit muffled, MDJ.
These AirPods, they don't want to be good to me here lately. I'm gonna just try to switch one out. I'm gonna switch one out. Let me see what it do.
Why he doing that, man? Look, make sure. Ooh.
What about
make
now?
Sure.
Yeah.
It's more or less the same to me, but I can hear you and understand you, so that's all that matters.
Hey, look, man, y'all got to rock with me, man. Y'all got to rock with me. These AirPods don't want me to be great, so just deal with me today. But yeah, man, number 10, I got the Packers, man. Jordan Love coming off a good season. On the outside, they just pretty much got replaceable weapons with wide receiver. They got Christian Watson, Jayden Reed, who I'm high on, Dontayvion Wicks, Romeo Doubs. Like, them boys deep at receiver, and they upgraded from Aaron Jones to Josh Jacobs. So, and they head coach is an awesome play caller. So, number 10, I got Green Bay, bro. Number 10, I got Green Bay. What you looking like, Q?
I'm gonna have to do it for the 99 and 2000, man. Number 10, to me, now this is just me personally, I'm gonna probably go with the Cleveland Browns offense, man. We saw those boys limping to the playoffs, and I'm telling you, Those guys were exceptional when it comes to offense last year, even with an aging quarterback that they had to take over because of injuries. So for me, I'm going with top 10. Yeah, those guys have, if they have Deshaun Watson give you anything, and I mean just anything of what he's shown when he was in Houston, these boys could elevate almost into the top five. But top 10 right there, I project them to be more or less around the same. I'm going to move up a team that they haven't shown it to me yet, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
projecting big things from them. Yes, the Atlanta Falcons. It burns my black ass lips together to say and put them in the top 10 right now. But at number 9, the addition of Kirk Cousins, looking at what they had last year, the Falcons was probably I'm looking at it right here. 5, 10. They were top 13 last year in offensive productivity with a quarterback that wasn't a damn bit better than ours. So you insert Kirk Cousins, you're going to probably elevate yourself into the top 10. Just saying, dog. Don't burn down the building on that one. But that's my number 9. My
Damn,
number
Q,
8. What's
that's
up?
crazy. You know what's crazy about the 9 though?
What's up?
I don't even have Atlanta on my list. So either you left somebody off or either I done missed the mark somewhere. But I ain't even got them
Nah.
on my damn list.
We gonna get there. We gonna get there. We gonna get there. Um,
Yeah,
I'm just looking at a mixture of what was done last year and what I project to happen this year. That don't
for
make it an
sure.
actual definite. It doesn't
For
make this
sure.
definite at all. Like I said, my two teams, Cleveland and Atlanta, at 10 and 9 for me. Now next up, Green Bay Packers, man. Jordan Love turned over a brand new leaf. This boy right here was top 5 in just about every statistical category almost for a quarterback last year. The boy was nice. He started off rocky getting there when the first couple of games because they were questioning was he going to be the guy. And
Mm-hmm.
after he came, gave his offensive output in the middle of the season and turned that light on, it's no looking back. He just got paid $55 million. That's the highest paid quarterback right now in the NFL. Jordan Love. First and foremost, before I even go any further, do you think he was justified to be the highest paid quarterback as we see?
Man, listen, man. I got Jordan Love as like a dark horse MVP candidate this season. So it's not that I don't think he could do it. It's just
Yeah.
the fact that man, he only did it for 1 year, bro. You know what I'm saying? Listen. I believe it. I think he's like I said, dark horse MVP for me. But highest paid, man. That's I can't see that boy making more than no Lamar, Patrick. You know what I'm saying? I don't think so, but I do like him though. It ain't no knock on him, man. I do like him. Just a little early for that. A little
Okay.
early.
I got you. I got you. So that's my number 7 team right there. Because I'm sorry, that's my number 8 right there.
Yeah, that was 8. That was
Number
8.
number 7, and I'm gonna put this out there. I project the Philadelphia Eagles to be in that area, that ballpark right there. You know, like I said, they upgraded their running back system. They went and got a familiar face over there that's pretty much gonna put the NFL on notice behind that offensive line. But I can't per se get too excited because Jason Kelsey just retired. London Fletcher, not London Fletcher, Fletcher Cox over there, he's leaving as well on the defensive side. So they had major holes to fill on both sides. Yes, they have young talent, but I'm willing to see, based off of last year, those guys were number 8 overall in offense. And I'm projecting them to relatively stay a little bit of the same. I think the power run game is going to get better. So that's why I got them relatively somewhat in the same spot, just about. Next up, I'm going to put the Los Angeles Rams right there at 6. The Rams, Puka Nacua, them boys they got over there, man. It just seems to be every year you can count them out and they'll find a way to revive themselves somehow. As long as
Mm-hmm.
you got stability at the quarterback position, you're going to be fine. They got Matthew Stafford, man, so there's no worries right there. Where we at? 6?
Yeah, man. Go ahead, take us to 5, man. Then I'm gonna finish my little bottom 5. Go ahead, get us to 5. What you got?
This is where it's rough because that top for me, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Buffalo. To me, Buffalo is a right outside the top five for me. Right outside the top five. Notice I say that. With losing Stephon Diggs, getting some of these pieces in here to try to get your young quarterbacks, you know what I'm saying, more settled in, more comfortable. Josh Allen has to take it to the next level. They need a run game that could come out here and help him get to the next level. But they finished last year number 4 overall in total offense. So I'm looking for, like I said, they put up 374.5 yards per game. So I
Mm-hmm.
mean, passing yards, DeForest put up 244 a game. I can't be mad at that. A total offense, they complete, man. What
Yeah.
about you? Before I get to 5,
Yeah, man. Hey, look. Hey, look, man. My eye list is gonna be totally different, Q. Now, number 10, I had Green Bay. Like I said, Jordan Love, interchangeable wide receiver weapons, upgrade with Josh Jacobs. I got them boys at 10. At number 9, hey, look, it ain't pretty, it ain't flashy, but I got Baltimore, bro. Look, listen, they got Derrick Henry. They're gonna control that clock. They got Lamar Jackson. As far as Zay Flowers will be in his second year at receiver, and we got in a little bit of trouble. They get Mark Andrews back. They still got the other tight end Isaiah Likely. If nothing else, Lamar will carry them offensively. Like I said, it won't be pretty, but it'll be efficient and they score points, man. Last year we seen them outscore Miami. We seen them outscore San Francisco on a Monday night game. I got Baltimore number 9, bro. Like I said, it ain't pretty, but they get it done. And number 8, what I got at 8, got the Miami Dolphins. Now that ain't too much to explain here. Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Tua, Mike McDaniel. McDaniel schemed that up better than anybody probably in the league. So offensively, there's no question as far as the weapons. So I got Miami at 8. At number 7, I got Philly. So once again, now last year they started off the season 10-0, and then they just fell off a cliff. Now obviously they got one of the best offensive lines in football. Just removed from an MVP season, they got Jalen Hurts. They got the Slim Reaper, Devontae Smith, AJ Brown, and then at running back they add Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley, one of the best weapons offensively in the NFL, and you put him behind that Philadelphia Eagles offensive line, that boy finna go crazy, man. He was going crazy with the Giants offensive line, and no semblance of any type of wide receiver weapon or passing game. So I can only imagine what he's gonna do with the Eagles. So I got the Eagles at number 7, and right here, this is gonna hurt your heart, Q. At number 6, I got Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals at number 6. And once again, our list gonna be totally different. But Joe, it ain't much to say about Joe. That offensive line has improved. Jamar Chase, T. Higgins. I mean, it is what it is with them. Everybody know what they do. But yes, I got them at number 6, and it's just based off last season and what I see happening this year. So from 6 to 10, I'm gonna just run it back down. At 6, I got the Bengals. At 7, I got the Eagles. At 8, I got the Dolphins. At 9, I got the Ravens. And at 10, I got the Packers. So, and I know that hurt your feelings me talking about Joe, but yeah, he's number 6 this year. Number 6 offense in the league. Yeah, that's where we got
there's
him.
a bevy. I'm gonna be real with you. Now I'm looking at it. That last one I put in there, which was the Rams, I'm gonna do a tie. I'm gonna do a tie with them because I can't overlook one team, and then I can't overlook Baltimore. I got Baltimore up higher than what you have, which is very odd.
It
Um,
is for us, yeah, for what we be talking about. It is
for as
but
much
yeah.
as shit as I talk about Lamar and the way that he played, that I don't think is conducive to winning, it doesn't change the fact that they were number 6 totally in all offense last season. And at point in times, they were the best team in the entire league, for a while.
Exactly. Yeah, they were kicking
Um,
ass. Like they ran up and down the field on Miami. Miami couldn't keep up with them. That's the crazy part. So
So I'm gonna tie them in with the Los Angeles Rams sitting outside of 5. Um, at number 5, and I know this is gonna sound weird, but I'm gonna put probably the Dallas Cowboys at number 5 with that offense. Dak Prescott led the entire league in passing yardage last year. CeeDee Lamb 1,700 yards. Yeah, I mean, you do the math. It was an exceptional offense last year for them
Mm-hmm.
boys. Top 5
It
to me.
was. It was.
I can't overlook them. Number 4 for me, I'm gonna put the Kansas City Chiefs. And I know you like what? Just wait, cause Kansas City Chiefs at number 4, and I got a tie to go with this one. At number 4 at the 4th spot for me because there's just one team I can't put over them. But the Kansas City Chiefs, exceptional. They hosted the Lombardi Trophy. When it's time to turn it on, they always find a way. Last year, their problem was they were deficient in the receiver room. They couldn't find guys to stay healthy, and they couldn't get guys to stay on the field for them. So this year, what did they do? They went out, they went and got Xavier Worthy. They said, okay, that's their guy. They're going to turn up with Pat. They're going to let a young guy grow with Pat, and we don't have to worry about paying this guy for the foreseeable future. Bada boom.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not mad at that at all. They addressed it, a position that they deemed, because with that defense that they had last year, if I remember correctly, they had like a top 3, top 4 defense last year. Top 3. It was like top 3, I believe.
And it was pretty rock.
Yeah. So when you
rock on defense.
When you got a defense as strong as they do, you make sure you cater to the offensive side. Patrick Mahomes is locked in. He's young. He's rejuvenated. Travis Kelce is getting a little bit older. He's getting closer to that 30. So we this offense right here deserves to be at number 4. And I'm also put that man Joe Burrow, that bad man from the north. Like I said, every time you see him, they are tied to me with the 4th best offenses because, like I said, we saw him hurt majority of the year. And they had a bevy of backups to come in, but we know when Joe was back in place and all is well, he's the biggest threat in the AFC. Now here's where it gets interchangeable. My 3, 2, and 1. And I'm gonna be real with you. My number 3 saw probably the number 1 player in the NFL. And yes, you heard it. Voted by his peers, the number 1 player in the entire NFL. That's the Cheetah. The Cheetah, like I said, a lot of people disagree with him, a wide receiver being the top player in the entire game. But you saw, man, the Cheetah balled his ass off last year. And even when he saw us, what did he do? He cartwheeled and backflipped all over our ass. It wasn't even close.
Yeah, he just an offensive weapon for sure.
He is probably, when you talk about receivers, you talk about Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, you put the Cheetah in there, you always put Adams in there, and it's like those 4, and then it's a gap in between with everybody else. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But it's one of those ones, I got them at number 3, the Miami Dolphins. And for me, the next one are the 2, to me, in the NFC, the 2 most explosive defense, the 2 most explosive offenses. And number 2, Dan Campbell and those goddamn Detroit Lions. Oh, man. Them Detroit Lions are out there. When I tell you they went from one of the worst teams to, as of lately, one of the most explosive teams with quarterback play. You look around Amon-Ra St. Brown. I mean, you're looking at Montgomery, those guys. They got weapons, man. They got weapons. I wanted the guy that they had, and I begged the Panthers to get him. And he's on the defensive side for them. Every time I see the Detroit Lions, I think about Jack Campbell. I told him, give me this guy. I hollered about that dude for a whole year straight. Please, give me this guy. They didn't do it. And you know, for me, that leaves one team to be number 1, that Shanahan-led offense that's deemed to me to be so special. Like I said, put up 400 yards a game just about. 257 passing yards. What a game manager. And their rushing yards was out of this world with 140 per game. Look, averaging 28.9 points per game. I'm talking about the San Francisco 49ers. God damn, Super Bowl. They were in the Super Bowl, fellas.
They
Need I
supposed to,
say more?
they low key supposed to win that Super Bowl, man. Look,
Yeah.
your list is valid. Like I said, you name the team, I feel like I probably left the hell off my whole list. Probably should have been up there. Just like I think I got a team on my list that you don't have up there that should be up there, but I don't have the Dallas Cowboys. And when once I go look at this list, I probably would take off either the Ravens or the Packers and probably slide them up there. But I don't have the Cowboys on my list. CeeDee
How?
Lamb, that
How could you not?
hey, look, the
He led
Packers.
the league in passing.
He did. But this year they won't have Tony Pollard, right? Just hear me out. They won't have Tony Pollard.
Uh-huh.
I want to take Green Bay off and put them up there, but I just watched Jordan Love march into Dallas and outscore them on the field. So in my
Right, right.
logic, I thought about them, but I didn't. And maybe I could take the Ravens off, but it's hard to do that when they got Lamar, and then I got the Dolphins. You know what they got, and then the Eagles are stacked. Let me just get to my five, right? And this team right here, the one you left off, maybe this is the one that shouldn't even be up there. But I got the Houston Texans, bro. Listen, man, them boys just added a damn 1,200 yard receiver. You know what I'm saying? They
Mm-hmm.
added Stephon Diggs up there. They getting Tank Dell back for the full season. They got Nico Collins. They got Dalton Schultz at tight end. They have Joe Mixon at running back. They got one of the best left tackles in the league, Laramie Thompson. And then they got that bad motherfucking CJ Stroud, bro. Listen, sophomore slump, I don't see it. With all that shit they got around that boy, I don't see it. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? I just think they gave him more weapons and a better defense on the other side of him. I think they going up. So number five, I got Houston right over Cincinnati at number five. Number four, I put the Lions. I'm probably gonna change this one, right? I got number four, I got the Lions, right? And number three, I got the Rams. Now, seeing as though Matthew Stafford couldn't outdo Jared Goff, I'm gonna switch that. Number four, I'm gonna say the Rams. But they got Cooper Kupp, Puka Nakua, and Sean McVay play calling. They deserve to be in the top five. So number four, I got the Rams, LA Rams. Number three, I'm gonna go Detroit. Sam Laporta, Amon-Ra St. Brown, David Montgomery, Jahmyr Gibbs, Jared Goff just got the bag, and Ben Johnson calling the plays with Dan Campbell managing them players. They look, man. The Detroit Lions is gonna be a force to be reckoned with for the season. I got them at number four. Number three, no, I'm sorry, I got them at number three. At number two, I got the Kansas City Chiefs. They the Super Bowl champions. They got Patrick Mahomes. They drafted Xavier. They giving this boy weapons as to where his receivers dropped the most passes last year. You get him Xavier Worthy, Hollywood Brown, two of the fastest receivers in the league, and then he has Travis Kelce, old reliable, with Rashee Rice. Hey, look, the Chiefs going again. We might be seeing the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, first quarterback ever to win 3 Super Bowls in a row with Patrick Mahomes. You know what I'm saying? And then number one, I'm just like you, Q. How can you not put the San Francisco 49ers there? Arguably, probably should have won the damn Super Bowl. You got Brock Purdy with a bevy of weapons around him. You got George Kittle, Brandon Ayuk, Deebo Samuel, one of his favorite targets, Jennings in the slot. You got our Panthers' old legend, Christian McCaffrey. Damn near was MVP last year behind Lamar. And you got one of the best offensive lines in football, not to mention the best play caller, Kyle Shanahan. So, you know, we knew what number one was going to be. I knew we would match there. But other than that, our list totally different. But once we name some of these teams, man, with the new rule changes, this is going to be a high-scoring season right here, Q. What you think?
Oh yeah,
It's going to be a
all day
high-scoring
long.
season.
And I'm gonna go ahead and put this disclaimer out to anybody that watched this video later on and say, how come he didn't name the Jacksonville Jaguars, or he didn't name who's another one? The Chargers with Justin Herbert and those guys. It's simply because right now the Chargers with Justin Herbert is, like I said, the coach. They were outside of the top 15 last year. We know that I'm projecting them to be top outside of the top 10, but we got to see what that new look offense is going to look like under Jim Harbaugh before I put them up there. And the Jacksonville Jaguars, they were outside of the top 10 last year at about 12 on offensive productivity. I know you guys love Trevor Lawrence. I love him as well. It's just I got to see more before I put him in the top 10 with these offenses. I got to see a little bit more.
Mm-hmm. Hey, look, man, putting them 10 teams together a little bit harder than it looked like. When you really get to breaking it down, man, because like I said, my honorable mentions was the Vikings. The only question they may have is quarterback. Other than that, they got the best receiver in the league. They got Aaron Jones in the backfield. They got T.J. Hawkinson, Joy Addison. Like you said, the Jaguars. Shit, I didn't even think about the Jaguars, but shit, Trevor Lawrence, wake up, throw 4,000, you know what I'm saying? Evan
You got
Ingram,
that right.
Travis Etienne. They drafted Brian Thomas Jr., so hey, look, man, it's hard to get you 10 teams together. You know what I'm saying? If whether you want to do it now, later, whenever you want to do it, put your 10 teams in the chat. I love to see them. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's gonna be a lot of scoring this year, man. It'll be a lot of
Yeah.
scoring this year.
It was a down year all the way around for offenses, all the way. And I don't see that happening 2 years in a row, just being honest.
Hmm.
Like, Patrick Mahomes had a down year and he barely scratched 4,000. You know what I'm saying? That's not common.
Right.
Justin Herbert was the year before that. This guy was consistently almost close to 5,000 every season, just about
Every season,
consistently.
rookie season, come out, throw four, break a record, four something, just like that. He lost a
Hmm.
couple, but they drafted Lad McConkey. Hey, they got Gus the Bus Edwards running the ball with Harbaugh. Hey, look, man, it's gonna be some teams making some noise. I want to put the Bears up there with Caleb Williams. I mean, he got every weapon in the world. Roman Doomsday, DJ Moore. You know what I'm saying? Keenan Allen, Cole Kmet,
Don't
Andre
rush it now.
Swift.
Don't rush
Yeah,
it. Give the
I
man
ain't put
time
him up
now.
there. I ain't even put him in my honorable mentions. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, but I wouldn't be surprised. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, and I
Boy,
got I
that
got
boy
the
love
boys on
Caleb.
TV in the back. Yeah, I do love Caleb. Caleb said, hey, look, boy, that's my claim to fame. CJ and Caleb, 2 years in a row. Y'all gonna start referring to me as the damn quarterback guru, and then y'all just come to me next season. I'll tell you who that next dude is. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, on the background, I got Cam Newton and the boys. I ain't gonna put nobody else up there. But yeah,
Ah. Well, y'all seen it. We just covered offense. Now you want to touch on defense? We could do top five defenses this season.
it don't matter, man. Defense, roster, however you want to do it, man. You let me
Uh,
know. You kick me off though. Kick it off for me. Kick it off for me.
all right, all right. We can go defenses and then we can go rosters.
Better,
Um,
better.
for me, and I'm gonna just put it out there. I'm gonna list my top five. Number five for me, they were number seven overall. I'm sorry, yeah, number seven totally in total defense last year. San Francisco 49ers is gonna be number five. Next up, I think number four, the Kansas City Chiefs is gonna find a way. Uh, and I'm gonna just put this out there. Their defense was strong last year. Uh, do I see them playing as heightened as they were? Those boys were on a
Mm,
mission last year. I don't
man,
expect them
what
to be quite as good on defense.
that defense made plays for last year, man.
Yeah, but all year long, that defense didn't really rise until what? The playoffs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
So,
whenever they needed to play, hey, Stone Cold Chris Jones, them boys were making, and Sneed, man, Ladarius Sneed, what he did in them playoffs with Tyreek, Zay Flowers, and then Ayuk in that Super Bowl, man. Hey, look, that boy deserved every bit of the money. He in Tennessee now, but he deserved every bit of that money. You know what I'm saying?
so, I'm gonna do a tie for fourth on that one. I got the Kansas City Chiefs that I'm sliding down the four. I'm gonna tie them with guess who? The Carolina Panthers. You know why? I know a lot of people say that there wasn't a lot of positivity happening in Carolina last year after a 2-15
Who,
season.
who, who, who you said?
The Carolina Panthers, sir, we finished totally number four overall in defense, even though we
Okay,
had a
okay, okay.
2-15 record. So therefore, I don't see us being worse than what we were last year. You can't get any worse than 2-15.
And
I
where you
think the
got them at?
defense stays the same. Right at the
Where you got
same
them
four,
at? At four? Okay.
four.
Hey,
They were
what
four.
do you say? Hey, look, man, don't say nothing else about the Panthers, man. After this live, we'll go to Black Cat talk about that. You cool with that?
Yeah, 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 yeah,
You
yeah,
will?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
bet,
yeah.
bet, bet. We'll go to Black Cat. We'll talk about it. Bet, bet.
God,
We'll
no,
turn it right up.
number
You got
three. I'm gonna go with the New York Jets. That Jets defense is so goddamn elite. Sauce be saucing all over the goddamn field. I mean,
right,
from the front
right.
seven to the goddamn back, those boys are special in New York. Next up, I'm gonna probably go. with that Baltimore Ravens defense with Roquan and them boys, man,
Mm-hmm.
because I, they got a safety that gives me Ed Reed vibes that 3 years ago we had a chance to get. And I told the Panthers it was, I'm sorry, 2 years ago, 2 years ago, because he was in that same draft class
Yeah,
with
yeah, it was 2 years ago.
with Jack Campbell,
With Jack and them,
and
yeah.
they got him at number 5 or number 6 overall. They got old boy.
Yeah, from Notre Dame, Kyle Hamilton. Bad motherfucker. Kyle Hamilton. Tough.
That
Tough.
the boy gives me. I ain't gonna call him Ed Reed or Sean Taylor, but the boy just having a safety that just flies off the screen matters. That boy's special.
That boy be
So
a safety, linebacker, corner. He just make plays, man. Straight dog.
that that shit is crazy, cuz. And so that was my number 2. The Baltimore Ravens. Number 1, they had the number 1 defense last year. I'm gonna go with them again this year. Stingy defense, only allowing 21 points a game. Uh, the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland Browns
Mm-hmm.
defense was top in the entire league last year. Number 1. So that leads me to believe with the pieces that they got around there, Ward and the crew and all those guys, they got a stingy backfield at the cornerback room. This front 7, I mean, Myles Garrett is the freaking monster.
Mm-hmm.
These boys gonna be nice again, man. Myles Garrett is a
Yeah.
nasty fella. Nasty cat.
Hey, look,
What about you,
Cleveland.
MJ?
Hey, look, man. I'm gonna jump to one. Cleveland, the number 1 defense, and you put them on your offensive list too. Now I want to remind you that. So remember the
Yeah.
other night I said you asked me like my sleeper team. Yo, Cleveland, if Deshaun Watson can just if Deshaun Watson get back in his bag, Cleveland gonna be hell on wheels, man. Because to me, they do have the number 1 defense. I'm gonna just do 1 to 5. Now go ahead. Disclaimer: before we even get to Black Cat, I do not have the Panthers on my top 5 defenses. I don't think they're gonna be bad though, but they ain't in my top 5. So number 1, I'm like you. I got Cleveland. Number 2, I think I'm the same. You had Baltimore, right? I think Baltimore is the number 2 defense in the league. Like you said, Roquan Smith and Kyle Hamilton is just a fucking weapon. And then with Matabuke on the defensive line, that defensive line is stout. And like I said, on the other side, they playing that ball control offense. So I got Baltimore at number 2. Number 3, I got San Francisco, man. San Francisco is a stacked team. They got on the front 4, they got Nick Bosa. At linebacker, they got Fred Warner. In the secondary, you got Tavarius Ward. Hey, look, man. What can you say? I don't even know. I know they fired our dog Steve Wilson. I don't even know who San Francisco defensive coordinator is, but he got every tool to go ahead and have them boys the top 5 defense this year. Number 4, I think you had the Panthers. I do not have the Panthers. Number 4, I got the Chiefs, man. And yes, they lost with Darius Sneed. I know they lost, but Stone Cold Chris Jones is one of the best defensive players in the league, and they just seem to make plays when they need it, man. And they young, you know what I'm saying? Trenton Duffy's still in that secondary. Just playmakers are, and they well coached. Spagnuolo called that shit up real good. So I got the Chiefs at 4, and number 5, I got the Jets. Now it ain't too much you need to say about the Jets. They got Sauce Gardner. He do what he do. They got Quinnen Williams. He do what he do. They just added Hassan Reddick. Tough, you know what I'm saying? I got the Jets rounding out the top 5. So 5 Jets, 4 Chiefs. Who do I have at 3? Who I had at 3? Q, you remember? Who I had at 3? I got Browns, Ravens, 49ers. Yeah, Browns 1, Ravens 2, 3 I got the 49ers, and then 4 I got the Chiefs, and then 5 I got the Jets right there. Yeah.
Shout out
So yeah, that's my
to
top 5.
two giant goofballs, a Giants
Giant goofball.
podcast. What's going on with you? And then he said, as a Giants fan, I didn't know a team could have a top 10 offense.
Hey man, I figure. Hey, look. Well, I don't know why the Giants let go of Saquon. Saquon, y'all had a top 10 weapon offensively, in my opinion. Saquon a beast, and then they let him go up the road. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, look, man, don't worry, man. We Panther fans, so we can't pick on you bad about no offense. We can't pick on you bad at all, bro.
But the offense, now the problem with the Giants, and this has always been the problem with the Giants, quarterback play. Simply put, If you guys
Yeah, they
fix that
paid him.
goddamn quarterback position, you would be okay because you got pretty good weapons all the way around this entire team. I mean, I hate to say it. He said he was such a beast and so much with him. Oh wait. Well, guess what? Y'all got one of our boys over there, Brian Burns. So hopefully, like I said, he be resourceful to you guys. Hopefully,
Hey
you can get
man,
more out of him than we did.
a buddy of mine, a Giants fan too, but y'all boys have a top 5 pick next year, man. Y'all get your offensive player, defensive player, have at it.
But think
Have at it.
about it, MDJ. They
Have
got
at it.
the boy used to be in Buffalo, Devin Singletary. They got Jalen Hyatt. They got Malik Neighbors. Uh, oh my
It,
God,
it ain't it ain't nobody else to
uh,
remember. Q that the Giants ain't got nothing, man. They got. I mean, they
they
do have
got
neighbors.
they got good pieces because I remember them
Um.
seeing what's that boy from Penn State, that tight end, Theo Johnson. I remember because I said, damn, that's a sneaky good pickup. You know what I'm saying? Or was it Penn State? Is that boy from Penn State? But he's the second tight end, and I said, just wait, young fella gonna be nice. It just
I
is
ain't
gonna
did.
take time to get it together.
I mean, Darren Waller said he ain't dealing with that shit no more. He done left, man. I just don't see the Giants having too much, man. Wandale Robinson is little, man. You know what I'm saying? Wandale Robinson, a little guy. I like him though, but he's a little guy, man. I mean, then you still like Daniel Jones. Man, listen, I ain't big. Hey, listen, like I said, y'all picking the top
Well,
5, man. Get you
they
another
they, they
offensive
fixed
weapon,
their offensive
quarterback.
line. That was another issue for them too, MDJ. They fixed
It
their
ain't
offensive
terrible.
line.
Yeah, it ain't terrible.
I mean, Evan Neal goes down with a mysterious foot injury, and then they had to go back and say, okay, we gotta look at this tackle position again. We gotta get some boys through the door. Andrew Thomas already been solid for them.
Oh yeah,
And
beef,
they
beef,
just
beef.
they got tackles back to back. It was just that interior offensive line for them, man. They had to fix that part. But I like the Giants because I always rant and rave about their front seven with Kayvon Thibodeau, Dexter Lawrence, Brian Burns,
Oh yeah,
Bobby
defense.
Oruke. They got a
They got
squad.
Banks. They got Banks at corner. Hey, look, I'm familiar with the Giants. I like their defense. I do. I like their coach, Dayball. We could have had Dayball. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
What? Not last year, but the year before they was in the playoffs.
2 years ago. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I ain't trying to knock him or kick him, but he know they'll be picking top 5 this year, man. Come on, man. You
Come
let Saquon.
on.
Saquon was the whole offense, man. Saquon Barkley was that whole offense. I'm sorry. And he had a problem with injury and all that. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't
but
see
but
it. I
MDJ,
just don't see it.
okay, so Saquon Barkley was the superstar in that offense, but they didn't really give. Cause think about it. They had that other receiver. I can't ever remember his name. Was it Darius? Was it Darius Slayton? Always
Yeah,
hurt.
Darius
No.
Slayton.
They had another dude that would fumble and I can't never remember his name. God knows.
A
Wide
receiver?
receiver.
Sterling
Yeah, he
Shepard.
left and he went.
Is it
He
Shepard?
left. He left the
I don't know
Giants and
anybody that
went to
left.
Kansas City. He left
Oh,
the Giants and
Kadarius
went to
Toney. Oh, Kadarius
Kadarius
Toney.
Toney. There you go.
He was decent for them at one point in time, man. It just
Yeah.
we seen the Giants last year, man. Come on, we seen the Giants last year. Hey, look, I'm glad he's optimistic about the team, and like you said, Malik Neighbors is gonna be a beast, bro. And it's a new offensive coordinator. Yeah, but
He
hey,
said
look,
they
man,
kicked him out.
I'll never step on anybody's team. Like I said, I'm a Panthers fan, bro. I can't talk. I'm just giving my opinion. I can't talk. We suck.
Yeah, we terrible.
We'll probably be picking with you, brother. But I think y'all keep the
Ah,
top 5. I ain't gonna move off that. I hope they can
well,
surprise me though. What I wonder what my man think about the not Daniel Jones, but the other quarterback. They was hype on him for a little minute. I can't even think his name. I'm having a brain fart, but they had another quarterback. Damn, I can't even think of his name, man. He'll probably say it in the chat. But
my
yeah.
man said a Panther fan with a Cardinals hat, pick a side.
Hey, look. As soon as we go on our Panthers channel, I'm gonna switch hats, brother. Hey, look, man, it ain't never too far away, bro. Ain't never too far away. I try to show love to every team. I got a Giants hat. I'm gonna throw it. Matter of fact, just for you, the next time we go out, I promise I'm gonna put on a Giants hat. I got a Giants hat. I got damn
Yeah.
every hat, bro. Real shit.
See,
Yeah, DeVito was who I was talking about.
two
He didn't
Giants.
beat
The
too much, but I
purpose
know the
of
Giants was big on him for a little bit.
purpose of this channel is for all 32
And
teams. You know,
all
we like to
32
show
teams.
love.
I try to
Whether
show
that's
love.
rocking gear from all 32 teams, even though it may hurt our heads or hurt our eyes to do it, but we like to show love to all 32 teams on here. So,
It's just for optics, man. It's just for optics.
he said, you won't see me wearing that, but my Giants, I hear you, driver.
Hey, look, I hear you, man. I hear you, brother. Respect to them Giants, man. Y'all be picking top 5 though.
Hey,
We got
man,
a
one of
Texas
my
fan on the
homeboys,
H-Town. He Texas.
he a Giant fan, man, and the hardest thing that he has to deal with, he always, whenever I call him and I ask him what's going on over there, he said that goddamn Daniel Jones. And I think he's more hell bent on trying to get rid of Daniel Jones because he's ready to move on. Because he was like, y'all finally building, y'all finally got pieces. He's high on the receiving room, like from Neighbors to Hyatt to Isaiah McKenzie's, you know, dude working the slot. And it was like, we finally starting to get the pieces in here. It's just we need that motherfucking quarterback to tighten up. And I told him all the time, I said, bro, if nobody else in the world feel your pain, I got Bryce Young. So I feel your pain, my dude, if nothing else. What's good with y'all in the chat, man? Make sure if y'all don't do nothing else, in a minute we getting ready to slide over to the Black Cat Panther podcast. So make sure you subscribe over there. You're going to catch us in a minute, but we're going to be talking our cash shit about the Panthers in a minute. So MDJ,
sure.
you want to talk about them rosters?
Oh yeah, for sure. We can do the roster.
You want to do top 5?
Let's do top 5, man. I got my top 5 right here. I'm just roster. We just talking just straight, not necessarily wins, just straight roster. Well, for one, I ain't gonna, as far as roster, I ain't gonna disrespect the Chiefs. The Chiefs are Super Bowl champions. They got the best quarterback in the league. Damn near that quarterback alone was probably top 3 quarterback all time. So I got the Chiefs at 1, right? So I ain't gonna disrespect. I just put them at 1. Number 2, I got the San Francisco 49ers. Probably personnel-wise should be fucking number 1. The 49ers is stacked on offense at every position. They damn near stacked on defense every position. Hell, your damn quarterback, some people say he's a game manager, but he ain't doing nothing but getting better with all that talent. They can afford to even get rid of Ayuk. I heard they were shopping him around, but I got them number 2. Number 3, I got the Ravens. Once again, their quarterback masks a lot of stuff that they don't have. 2-time MVP of the league, 1-time unanimous. They just added Derrick Henry. We were just talking about Kyle Hamilton, who'll probably be in the running for Defensive Player of the Year. Roquan Smith, probably best linebacker in the league. So I got the Ravens at 3. At 4, shout out to them Giants. They ain't at 4. I got the Eagles. They just got Saquon Barkley, who I think is a true weapon if he stay healthy. Jalen Hurts. Wide receiver Slim Reaper, Devontae Smith, AJ Brown. On defense, you know, Jalen Carter, Darius Slay. They stacked everywhere. So I got them at 4. And at 5, just because of the young players of who they got, I'm going to say 2 teams. I got the Jets and I got the Texans. The Texans upgraded real good. Danielle Hunter, Will Anderson, Jalen Petrie, DJ Stingley in that secondary as well. Stephon Diggs, Nico Collins, Tank Dell, Dalton Schultz. They added Joe Mixon at running back, Laramie Tunsil, CJ Stroud, best young quarterback in the league. I got the Texans at 5, tied with the Jets. If Aaron Rodgers get his shit together and don't get hurt, the Jets is formidable too. So I got the Jets, Texans at 5. 4, I got the Eagles. 3, I got the Ravens. I fake got the 49ers at 2, probably should be 1, and I got the Chiefs at number 1, just because they got Pat Mahomes and they the Super Bowl champs. So that round out my quick 5 as far as the rosters.
Man, first and foremost, before we get started, like I said, I put the link to, I just subscribed to 2 Giant Goofballs. So the link is in the chat. Show love over there. Subscribe to their channel.
For sure.
I'm going to also give it to you as I see it. Now, don't nobody get upset. That's the disclaimer I'm going to have on this right here. For me, and I'm going to just name the top 5 teams to me with the best rosters. No particular order for me. So I'm going to just go ahead and put it out there. The Houston Texans have a bevy of talent. it's one of those things where the more I look at it, the more I say, sheesh, to have that at quarterback. And you add all these receivers, Tank Dell, Nico Collins, you
Still on a
got
rookie deal.
Diggs. Oh man.
Right.
Just looking at that, then I'm saying, okay, the Miami Dolphins, Tua Tagovailoa, which I know a lot of people are not high on him, but it's the weapons, Devin Achane, Jalen Waddle, the cheetah, who's been voted the #1 receiver, but the #1 player in all of football.
Yeah, voted by the players. Yeah.
Detroit Lions. We just named Amon-Ra St. Brown and them boys and what they're looking like. Jack Campbell and the crew.
They tough too. Probably should put them at 5 instead of Jets. They tough. They tough.
San Francisco 49ers, Kansas City Chiefs, right there. I mean, bada boom, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong, man. The Baltimore Ravens, Kansas City Chiefs, San Francisco 49ers, Miami, and the Detroit Lions. To me, those are the top 5 rosters in all of football. Every year, consistently on both sides of the spectrum, they're going to be competing for championships because they have players that are superstars at premium positions. At quarterback, they have premium position stars. At receiver, left tackle, at edge rushers, they all have players that can come out here and dominate in the top 5. Now, outside of that 5, that bad man Joe Burrow is a bad motherfucker. I didn't tell y'all that. Think about what the Cincinnati Bengals, they have a top 5 quarterback, a top 5 left tackle, they got top 5 receivers, and on that defense, they got some playmakers over there that's young and budding. So all I'm saying is I'm going to put them outside of the top 5. But there's some bad cats too.
I'm going to tell you the truth, Q. Like, outside, if the Chiefs didn't have Patrick Mahomes, I probably wouldn't even put them on the list. Really, they roster ain't really like that. Yeah. It just I ain't gonna disrespect them because them boys don't want back-to-back Super Bowl. I can't do it. I'm gonna just put a #1 just because. And that's a damn all-time quarterback we looking at, man. He'll be appreciated once he leaves. Shit, he appreciate it now. You know what I'm saying? But they tough.
My man said Aaron Rodgers will be in a high cave by week 3. I'm gonna tell you. Let me tell you something.
Rodgers different, bro. He's real different, man. He's a different guy.
The Jets will be. And I'm telling you, the Jets will be the most slept-on team this season. This season, that cat coming back with a vengeance.
I believe so. He, like I said, he's just a different cat, man. He marched to the beat of his own drum. He is into them mushrooms and shit, like my man said. He different, man. You know what I'm saying? He different. We probably looking at his last days, man. This probably his last year. If they be in the mix and get real close, he might come back again, but he could transform the offense for sure, man. He got his offensive coordinator, Nathaniel Hackett, when he won them 2 MVPs, and then Garrett Wilson. Hey, look, Rodgers will have him in gear. They'll be ready to rock.
Yeah, well, that pretty much sums it up for us. We went over top 10 offenses, top 5 defenses, and the top 5 rosters in the entire NFL. Now, make sure you put your notifications on because we're going live off of the main channel, the Black Cat Panther podcast, in 5 minutes. So make sure, I'm going to post a link. I'm going to go ahead and put it on out there. Y'all go ahead and pull your ass up.
Yeah,
y'all already know what time
pull up. It's going to be right, yeah. I'm going to take this shit on right on. Yeah, it's going to be right. It's going to be right. Yeah.
So we're going to holler at y'all.
It's going to be right. Yeah. All right.